Hey everybody, I'm starting a new series for all of you War Thunder Full Real Battles fans that I think you might like. There used to be a show on the History Channel called Dogfights. Most of my success when it comes to this game can be attributed to watching that show when I was younger. And when I say watched, I mean I would watch it almost religiously, like whenever it was on, pretty much. New episode or old episode, it didn't really matter to me. For those of you who may not know, and this description is taken from Wikipedia by the way, Dogfights is a military aviation-themed TV series depicting historical reenactments of air-to-air combat that took place in World War I, World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War, as well as smaller conflicts such as the Gulf War and the Six-Day War. The program, which airs on the History Channel, consists of former fighter pilots sharing their stories of actual dogfights in which they took part, and uses computer-generated imagery to give the viewer a better perspective of what it is like to take part in aerial combat. In this series, I want to do something similar to dogfights. I'm going to try and pick apart what both I and the enemy did and why the fight between us ended up how it did. Please bear in mind that I'm no expert and that there are people who are better than me. I don't always do everything right, so please don't take this as the be-all end-all of fighter combat. This isn't a tutorial, and I'm not trying to tell you how to fight your fight. I'm only trying to explain why I did what I did. So we'll start off the series with me and my Mark 9 Spitfire. Flying at about 10,000 feet, I'm looking around for other aircraft. At spot 1 at about 4 or 5 o'clock and above me. It looks like it's coming towards me. So, one of the rules I follow in aerial combat is always turn towards the enemy. While it doesn't exactly put them on the defensive, it puts you in a position where you can either fire at them or get out of their line of fire. You'll see that when I turn into him, I get below him and he's not able to get into a firing solution and he overshoots. He continues down, then pulls back up, and I assume he's going to use his energy to climb and continue his energy advantage over me. But he doesn't. He starts to maneuver very aggressively towards me, trying to turn back into me here. But he's flying a BF-109 G6. At the time I thought it was an F4 because I didn't know that the G6 had a skin with a yellow nose. But he's flying a G6, so I have the advantage in turn speed. And his aircraft isn't that much better at climbing than mine, at least in a level playing field. So the biggest advantage he would have over me in an even fight is dive speed and roll rate at high speed. So what he does here is he maneuvers into me, and that gives me a deflection shot onto him. I end up missing the deflection shot here, and he dives away, but then starts climbing again. And at this point I figure we're at about equal energy states, and that if he was smart he would try his best to climb away from me, but he doesn't, and turns back into me, giving me another deflecting shot, which I end up missing again. Here you can see I'm trying to maintain my situational awareness, because the easiest time for an enemy to shoot me down is when I'm lined up on another aircraft, because I'm concentrating on staying behind that aircraft and maintaining a firing solution on him. Turns out the aircraft behind me was a friendly, so no worries. but the 109 turns back into me again, and I have more than enough energy to get a firing solution on him with a deflection shot and send him down in flames. So I hope you've enjoyed this first video in this series. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to name it, but when I do, I'll just update the video title. Well, I hope you learned something from this, and if you did, that it helps you the next time you get into a dogfight. If you enjoyed the video, maybe consider leaving me a like or a comment and let me know how I did. And if you want to see more of this, maybe consider subscribing if you haven't already. I upload about 3 times a week now, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And maybe I'll catch you later. Anyways, take care and have a great day. Thanks for watching.